Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the WD Broadcasting Network. Tonight we are with the Leave the Pack Modified Division to make their return to action at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. Right now we are doing qualifying. These drivers have 3 laps to make their best lap. The top 16 going to transfer straight through to tonight's A main event. And for the first time this season, I have a co-host here this evening. I'm up in the booth with someone who was supposed to race this race but ended up giving me the text message to say, hey, maybe I'll try out the broadcast booth this time around. I am up in the booth here tonight with Carter Hollingsworth. Carter, how we doing?
Doing good, doing good. Didn't feel like racing tonight, obviously. Wasn't fast. Haven't ran a modified, but I'm excited. First time, haven't really done this, so.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Hopefully we can get you into the rhythm of things pretty quickly. We've got 2 minutes left here in qualifying, and already a really tight field. 22 cars have taken time, 23 as I say that. And right now, Kyle Schmidt's in the number 191 machine sitting on the cut line.
Yeah, definitely a lot of more cars than usual. Just definitely a bigger field. Glad to see the modifieds, in a bigger field and see the return of Tanner Bethea.
Yeah, Tanner right now in the second spot in the number 20 machine, just behind Brandon Elvis, who's sitting at the top of the board right now. Waiting for Zach Murphy right there in the 6th spot. Murphy already done with his qualifying. He's always a threat here in the modified division. Coming into this evening, Connor Lee is your point leader by 18 points over Zach Murphy. Murphy going to get some qualifying points. Lee going to get some as well in the 6th spot, or the 8th spot, I should say. But Carter, who's your dark horse pick tonight? Who's going to be the driver to come from the back of the pack and surprise everybody here?
I feel like it's going to be between Brandon Elvis or James. James is really good, and Brandon is obviously super quick as he's sitting in pole right now. So I don't know. It'll be definitely a good race between the top 5 or 10. So we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, you look at the top 5 drivers there. Many wins between those drivers. Easton Swain, winner in week number 1 of the Street Stock Showdown Series this season. Carter Russo, winner of week number 1 of the Super Late Model Division, so he's got a couple victories under his belt as well. James Pileski picked up his first win in the Modified Series 2 weeks ago, or 2 races ago at the Langley Speedway. Tanner Bethea still looking for that first one, but Brandon Elvis, the all-time winningest driver here in the Leave the Pack iRacing League. As of last week, 9 wins to Brandon Elvis. Mark Keedeman won back with 8. Carter, you're on this list. You've got 2 Leave the Pack iRacing League victories. What's it like to go to victory lane here in Leave the Pack?
Yeah, it's definitely not an easy task here. A lot of good guys, a lot of very close racing. It's a lot of clean racing as well. Yeah, it's obviously definitely not as tough, but it's all about luck.
Yeah, definitely have to be lucky. There's a lot of competition here, but oftentimes we see luck play to the advantage more than speed. But we've got a B feature lined up ahead of us. We've got 8 cars fighting for, 4 spots? Your top 4 going to transfer here?
Yep, top 4. Justin Coleman is going to be, and I don't know if he's racing. Yep, Justin Coleman is going to be very fast here. That's probably going to be my pick this race.
Yeah, Coleman always a threat here in the Leave the Pack iRacing League, and I believe missing qualifying 18th here tonight. Did not get much practice time. We're used to seeing Justin Coleman kind of hop into these practice sessions late, maybe get a couple laps in and then go do that qualifying run, but not too bad of an effort. Just a little bit shy of that transfer spot in the 16th position, but he'll roll off from the B feature in second and have a good spot to try and make this A feature. But we'll go through our starting lineup. Carter, I'll go row 1, you go row 2, and we'll work our way back from there. But starting on the pole, it's going to be the 19 machine of Kyle Schmitz, and his outside, it'll be the 14 of Justin Coleman.
Starting third, it'll be Noah Comer in the 7, and Scott Bryan in 4th.
Back in row number 3, and rounding out our field, Kyle Heinzelman, and obviously Carter Hollingsworth up here in the booth with me, not able to make it down trackside for the B feature, but row number 3 rounding out the field, Jacob Myrtle in the 14 and Jeffrey Miller in the 79. So these guys are going to have, I believe, 12 laps of B feature action. We are also on a 10-minute time limit. But we'll try to get these guys off of the grid here shortly. 12 laps here, Carter. Do you think we're going to see some shuffling in this field, or are these top 4 drivers going to lock it in?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough. I feel like as soon as everybody gets spread out and everybody gets sorted, not all so close together, I feel like it'll get spread out and be an easy B feature and get ready for the A-main.
Yeah, sometimes these B features are a little bit of a practice session, extra practice session, I should say, for some of these drivers. Now, there are 4 spots on the line for this A feature. Jacob Myrtle, Jeffrey Miller, currently the 2 drivers not in the A feature, but they're going to try to work their way to the front here, as we'll get the 2 to go signal, or sorry, the 1 to go signal this time by. Kyle Schmidt's going to roll off from the top spot. We've had 5 races so far this season. No repeat winners so far. So what do you think, Carter? Are we going to see a 6th different winner this season, or is one of these guys finally going to go back to victory lane?
Yeah, I feel like it'll be either Tanner Bethea or James. I feel like Tanner has a good shot since qualifying's in the 2nd spot. The invert is 2, so I think he will roll off on the 1st spot here.
Yeah, Tanner Bethea going to inherit that pole position after the invert. He'll have a good starting spot for tonight's A feature. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we've got 12 laps of B feature action coming at you here as the pace car makes his way to the bottom side of the racetrack. Field makes their way through the restart zone. The green is up and the green is out. We are underway here at Myrtle Beach. Down into turns 1 and 2. Kyle Schmidt's, Justin Coleman battling for that top spot. They're dead even down the back straightaway. Schmidt's going to peek ahead to the bottom side, but here comes Justin Coleman back up on the top. Coleman trying to make the long way around work. Lap number 1 and back behind. Scott Bryant goes around in the 83. Trouble for Bryant. The green flag will stay out. Coleman's going to lead into 1 and 2. And Schmidt's will take it down the back straightaway into 3.
So the 7 and Noah creeping behind the 2 of them since they're side by side here. It's going to be an interesting battle here between the top 3. Battle before the transfer. And Jeffrey Miller. So Jeffrey will get the edge out.
Miller going to move up into the transfer spot right there, into the 4th position. Jacob Merrill back behind. Doesn't sit too far back. Remember, he's got 9 laps to make up that position. Unfortunately for Scott Bryant, he is 4 seconds back, and the caution flag did not fly right there. As we look up front, the battle for the lead is still strong. Coleman trying to make that outside lane work, and it looks like he will be clear and out in front after that corner right there. So with 8 laps to go, Justin Coleman is your leader, Kyle Schmidt 2nd, and Noah Comer in 3rd. Your final transfer spot going to Jacob Merrill as he gets back around Jeffrey Miller in turns 1 and 2. Not quite sure what happened there to Jacob Merrill and Jeffrey Miller. They're definitely spread out. Could have been contact, not quite sure, but Merrill is ahead right now in the transfer spot. Miller trying to fight his way back up. They've got 6 to go this time, Carter. Coleman leads, 3-car breakaway, 6 to go.
Yeah, I feel like this one's going to have to go to Justin Coleman to the end. Like he's pulled away and got to his safe spot. Then his marks every lap, so like that's what Justin Coleman does, and like he has swinging back.
Yeah, Coleman having a good run right now in the 14 machine. Kyle Schmidt's under pressure from Noah Comer a little bit there with 5 laps to go. These 3 drivers locked into tonight's A feature, waiting to see who's going to pick up that final transfer spot, but right now it looks like Jacob Merrill is holding that position. It'll be 3 to go this time for Justin Coleman, trying to punch his ticket into the A feature here tonight. Noah Comer in 3rd, still looking on the back bumper of Kyle Schmidt's in the 19. This time by 2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks up for Justin Coleman. Final efforts here. Top 3, big breakaway. Looks like that's an easy lock for their A feature. Jacob Myrtle going to have to hang on for one more lap, is out of turns 3 and 4. The white flag is up. Final time around for Justin Coleman. He's got a comfortable gap to Kyle Schmitz and Noah Comer. As he works his way down the back straightaway, Coleman using these final couple corners as practice for tonight's A feature, but as he comes up out of turns 3 and 4, checkered flag is out. Justin Coleman wins tonight's B feature event. Kyle Schmitz second, Noah Comer third, Jacob Merrill fourth. Jeffrey Miller ends up in the 5th spot in the 79, and Scott Bryant in the 83 comes home 6th. So your top 4 out of that one going to transfer. We're going to grab a word from our winner of the B feature right there, Justin Coleman. See if we can't grab a word from him up into the broadcast booth. Justin Coleman up in the booth with me and Carter Hollingsworth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Alrighty, well, joined that practice session a little bit late. We're kind of used to seeing that from you. Ended up in the B feature here tonight. Won the B feature. You've done that a couple times this season. What's going to be the trick tonight in 75 laps to drive to the front?
Whew, I don't know, man. I'm not used to these cars. We'll just use that B main as a little bit of practice. Learned a little bit. I don't know, man. I guess we'll have to keep the tires under it and stay out of trouble when we start pretty deep in the field. So avoid some incidents or something and see where we walked out at the end. Hopefully we can get us a good top 5 out of this or something.
Yeah, top 5 finish would definitely be a success here tonight. You're going to be rolling off from 17th, so you're going to have a long journey ahead of you. Ooh. But we've got 2 minutes before we send this one off. Carter, you got anything for Justin before we give him the green?
Yeah, I just feel like if you stay out of the wrecks and pick them off one by one, I feel like you have a good shot.
I appreciate it. I hope so. As long as we can stay out of trouble, I think we'll have a pretty good shot of being at the end. Just got to crawl our way through this deep field. Ain't no stranger to it, though. We've been there before.
Yep, you've been there before, and you've made your way to the front a couple times. You've had some pretty good runs this season. So hopefully we can maybe talk to you later on, and hopefully you can have a good run here tonight. But nonetheless, congratulations on your B feature victory, Justin, and we wish you luck here this evening.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yep. Alrighty, folks, that was Justin Coleman, your winner in tonight's B feature. Times are really picking up here, Carter. A 17:87 from Austin Godfrey right there. The fastest we saw in practice was a 17:951. They picked it up a little bit in qualifying, but now they're really picking it up into the 80s.
Yeah, I feel like track has gotten a lot faster since qualifying and practice, so I feel like the race rules should be better. Been a little worried since the track was a little hot and everybody was sliding in practice. Obviously, when I came out and tried to see what I had with the modified, I was sliding everywhere. So since from that on, I feel like the track has gotten a lot faster.
Yeah, definitely tends to pick up a little bit more rubber on the track as Connor Lee goes to the top of the board with a 17:86. But a little bit more rubber on the track and a lot more comfortability for these drivers as they've gotten a lot more practice in. So it's going to be a fun race here this evening. We've got 10 seconds left here in tonight's warm-up. And folks down in the chat below, if you're watching here live with us on the WD Broadcasting Network, put your pick in the chat below. Who is your driver? Who do you want to win? Who are you here watching on the WD Broadcasting Network? Thank you guys for watching as we get ready to kick off tonight's A feature events. As the checkered flag flies on the warm-up session, we're going to run this grid down the same way, Carter, row by row, driver by driver. All started off in row number 1 after qualifying second and redrawing a 2. Tanner Bethea going to roll off from the top spot in the 20 machine. Then to his outside, it will be the all-time winningest driver in Leave the Pack iRacing League history, Brandon Elvis in the 54, starting second.
Starting third, it'll be the 93 of James Pileski, and starting on the outside row. Outside of row number 2, it'll be Carter Russo.
Row number 3 on the inside, it's going to be the winner at Kern County in the Street Stock Division, Easton Swain in the 33. To his outside, one feature win to this guy's name, Zach Murphy in the 29 machine.
And starting 7th, it'll be Adam Fulford in the 71, and starting 8th, and then 18 car, it'll be Connor Lee.
Row number 5 going to be Brad Carpenter on the inside lane in the 31. To his outside, it'll be the 04 of Caleb Thompson.
Starting 11th, it'll be Caden Binkley, starting deep in the pack from being fastest. One of the fastest guys in practice will be the one, Austin Godfrey.
Yeah, Godfrey was definitely quick in practice. Going to be starting 12th here in this one. Starting in the 13th spot, making his first ever iRacing start, my little brother, Andrew Deal, in the number 9 machine. To his outside, it'll be the number 70 of Cortland Herman.
Starting 15th in the 222, that'll be Jeremiah Woods Jr. And starting 5th, it'll be Logan Drum.
Rolling off from the 17th spot, your winner in the B feature here this evening, Justin Coleman. To his outside, Kyle Schmitz. Row number 10, rounding out your field, Noah Comer in the number 7, and Jacob Merrill in the number 14. As the pace car makes his way down to pit road, Tanner Bethea and Brandon Elvis going to lead us through turns 3 and 4. We're going to get ready to send these guys off for 75 laps of action here at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. As the green flag is up, the green flag is out, and we're underway at Myrtle Beach.
Little checkup behind everybody getting a checkup on that reset. See if everybody can get in line and ride here for 75 laps.
Yeah, Cortland Herman there in the 70 machine went up the racetrack into turns 1 and 2. Not quite sure what happened there, but Herman back to the 20th spot, lost 6 positions there on the opening lap as Tanner Bethea leads lap number 1 down the back straightaway.
A little contact between the number 21 and the 93 for Ricardo Russo and James Gillespie. Side by side, Austin Godfrey on the top, making moves on the early 75 lap.
Yep, Godfrey already up into the 8th position, round out on Clifford right there, trying to make his way forward. Your top 5 all bumper to bumper right there as we work our way out of turns 3 and 4, single file through your top 10. All the way back to Brad Carpenter, who runs in the 11th spot in the 31, rather. Your whole field getting single filed out here pretty quickly.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's just trying to get in line and ride for the 75. It's going to be the longest 75 laps to go on.
Yeah, it's into turns 3 and 4 that time. There was a little bit of bumper tag between Carter Russo and James Gillespie, the K-Cars Race Cars teammates. As we look back behind, Austin Godfrey up on the outside lane again. Has he found something here that these drivers are missing out on as he passes Connor Lee right there like he wasn't even there?
Yeah, looking on Zach Murphy, I feel like he found something on the top. With everybody being on the bottom stacked up, he's trying to make the top 5 work, and he's definitely already up to P7 from 12th.
Yeah, Godfrey having a really good run up on the top side now as he tries to get around Murphy. That car really driving up off the corner. Already up into the 7th spot as we have our first caution flag of the evening. Kyle Schmitz in the 19 machine and Jacob Merrill in the 14 around. Not sure what happened, but that was out back, the battle for the 18th spot. Not sure what happened, but Jacob Merrill was off the track.
Looks like Jacob Merrill got in the number 19 of Kyle Schmitz. Feels like good contact out of 4.
Yeah, a little bit of contact out of 4 right there. Merrill. Yeah, Merrill looked like got a little bit tight up off the corner. The round went Kyle Schmitz. We'll get one more view of that on board with the 14 machine. See what he saw down into turns 1 and 2. It looked like just got a little bit tight and trying to keep that car off. You heard him lift out of the throttle, but just not enough time, too close to the 19 there, rather. And that puts us under caution for the first time here this evening. Tanner Bethea, your race leader. Your top 5 all the same. Austin Godfrey, though, up 6 positions up into the 6th spot. Carter, what do you think?
Yeah, I feel like Austin is going to be really good here early on in the race. Already up 6 spots to see if he can make up 4 more and get to that point. I feel like he's been looking very good through these last few weeks. With it being in the Super at Sobo and all that being up front, I feel like he's a good shot.
Yeah, definitely has a good Good shot at it here. He was very fast in practice. Just kind of missed the ball there a little bit qualifying, which happens. You know how tough it is to qualify here in iRacing, especially with a field of drivers like this. We've got 20 cars all on the lead lap still. Everybody was able to drive away cleanly after that one. As the field comes around, they'll get the 1 to go signal this time. Would you want to be in the inside lane or outside lane here, Carter? I'm personally going to have to take the inside lane. Looks like Tanner Bethea will as well, but are you on that same stance?
Yeah, I feel like the inside's just better on the restarts. So obviously, Austin is working the top right now. It's already up to E6 from the 12th spot, like you said multiple times. But honestly, I feel like the bottom will be better on restarts, but the top side is definitely there in the race.
Yeah, we will have to see which lane gets the jump here as the pace car makes his way back to the safety of pit road. The whole field still on the lead lap. We've got 20 cars getting ready to make their way into the restart zone. It's in the hands of Tanner Bethea into the box, and we are underway, and maybe not. The caution flag is out.
Massive jump there to the fourth lane. I just don't know what happened there. We'll have to go back and look and see what happened.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. Elvis looked like he might have went right through the box right there. Not sure what exactly happened, but the caution flag back out. Going to get the field re-racked and restacked.
Looks like they got to the end of the box and Brandon just punched it.
Going to line back up. You're going to get the 1 to go signal this time by. We'll try this restart again. Tanner Bethea having a little bit trouble verifying where that restart box is. We're going to clarify that with the drivers and make sure everybody is on the same page. But it will be Tanner Bethea and Brandon Elvis once again to try and send him back this time.
Yeah, I was definitely confusion there from Tanner Bethea, but I feel like he's got this restart. Just keep this good race. This has been a perfect race so far. Just keep doing it.
As the field lights still on the iRacing.com pace car, race control not quite ready with the lineup. Had to make sure Tanner Bethea got one more look at that restart zone before we send them back green flag racing. As we make our way down into turns 1 and 2, we'll be sending them green this time by, as you see the lights drop on the iRacing.com pace car, and we'll try to get a little bit better of a start. Look at James Pileski right there in the 3rd spot. He's got a victory this season, and that was a couple weeks back. He would love to get back to victory lane here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway. As the pace car makes his way down pit road, it'll be Tanner Bethea and Brandon Elvis leading us into the restart zone. They get to the zone. We go this time. Green flag, better start right there. Tanner Bethea out front. Green is back out.
Looks like Bethea got the early jump there. Got clear of Brandon Elvis. Not even long to get single file in the order that they were. Like Austin got getting into this spot. Welcome to the top 5.
Don't look now, but up front, Brandon Elvis maybe taking a peek to the bottom side. Elvis won the late model stock race here last week. His hometown track. Went to victory lane. Trying to pick up another victory at Myrtle Beach as he looks to the inside of Tanner Bethea right now. Bethea doing a wonderful job holding off that 54 machine, not giving him an opportunity to peek to the inside. They've got a bunch of cars stacked up behind him. Look at Austin Godfrey right there, wanting a piece of the action in the one machine.
Bethea doing a amazing job of defending from that. Got a lot of pressure from Elvis and now Pulaski trying to break Elvis there. So a lot of everybody looks like they're single file off moving back in, moving back and forth to right here.
Look back to the 11th spot right now. Brad Carpenter, Justin Coleman, they're battling for that 11th position. Carpenter down low, Coleman up top. We'll go check back on my little brother, Andrew Deal, in the 9 car. Currently running in the 16th spot. Started this race in the 13th position, so he's not doing too bad. I told him I was going to check in all race long and keep an eye on where he was at. Let's look up into the top 5. Austin Godfrey. A little bit of pressure from Connor Lee and Easton Swain.
Looks like Godfrey's trying to find a way around Russo here. Trying to get around Russo to get that third spot, get the podium finish in 12th.
He's got Connor Lee and Easton Swain back behind him. They're battling side by side for the 6th position. Looks like Swain able to hold him off up on the outside lane. Everybody's single file up here. Everybody's still very close though. Not really as much of a spread that we thought we would see. I thought somebody would get out in front of this field and really start to pull away, but Tanner Bethea really has not put too much of an advantage over Brandon Elvis, just 0.2 of a second up off of 2.
Yeah, all 20 race cars still in this race, so not a single driver has gone wrecked out or pulled it in. Amazing race.
Yeah, 20 cars still on the lead lap. Everybody still in a pretty tight pack. It's not that far back to Jacob Myrtle in the 14 machine.
Now, but Justin Coleman up to 17th spot. Already cracking the top there.
Up 7 positions already. Coleman putting on a heck of a show in that 14 machine. We saw him pass a couple cars, and really there hasn't been too many big incidents for him to avoid. There was one spin out back. Other than that incident we saw on that restart, there was only one spin that was out back 2 cars, so Coleman's really fought his way through this field, passing 7 cars so far.
It looks like the top 5 gets slowed out a little bit. So even Godfrey is really just laying back, trying to ride, putting too much pressure on Russo. Russo's got a decent gap to what's other than that, everybody else is still single file out.
Justin Coleman making his way around Adam Fulford up on the top side. We saw that live on the broadcast right there. A couple of drivers have really found something on that outside lane. We saw Austin Godfrey doing it earlier on. I did not expect that coming into the night, and I'm sure you're probably with me there as well, Carter. The top side often not really used here at Myrtle Beach, especially not driving up to the outside of somebody. We oftentimes don't see that here on iRacing.
Yeah, I feel like track has cooled down. It's 89. It's actually gotten heated up, but the cloud cover is helping these race cars and the drivers with the track conditions so far. I feel like this is a really good. It's Godfrey trying to put some pressure on Russo here as Pulaski gets back up to Russo. So see what happens here.
Yeah, Brandon Elvis in the 54 has got a little bit more breathing room there for the 2nd position. It allows him to put a little bit more pressure on Tanner Bethea. As you see, only a car length separating those two out of turns 1 and 2. A little bit different lines there off of the corner, but both drivers very fast. You see Elvis really charging the corner, trying to get that car to rotate early, and you see Tanner Bethea kind of arcing it out a little bit, trying to drive it up off the corner. They're both running pretty fast lap times, nearly identical that last time around. Tanner Bethea just a little bit quicker in the 20.
Yeah, as I feel like later on the tires will start to wear and everybody will kind of start getting looser and looser. But Austin Godfrey trying so hard as he dives to the inside of Russo. Not going to work as Pulaski's still backed up as they make contact out of 2 there.
Yeah, There's a little bit of bumper tag up off the edge of the turns 1 and 2. It looked like Godfrey might have backed off a little bit to let Russo save that in the 21 machine. And everybody doing a good job right now, keeping it clean and green.
Much going on right now. Justin Coleman trying to work on pulling out of that. Trying to find the outside again. Trying to see if it's there. He's trying so hard to get to the outside.
Yeah, you see him really drive that car deep into 1 and 2, but look at the cut he gets right there through the center of the corner. He'll dive to the inside of Zach Murphy and likely take that spot with ease. As you see Murphy up the racetrack, he'll try to cross back over and get back in line, but that run up off the corner is really something that Coleman might have figured out in that B feature event. These cars have a lot of motor and a lot of tire, and if you can hook them up the right way, oftentimes they create a little bit different of a racing line, but they can be a lot faster if you run them a little bit differently than you would other cars. Justin Coleman started to do that here 40 laps into this one.
Austin Godfrey still trying so hard to get around Carderuccio, trying to dive down. And it looks like Zach Murphy was trying to give Coleman a spot, knowing that he's always quicker than Murphy, but still a long ways to go. I mean, yeah, everybody's still saving. I think what happened in the top 10, everybody's single file out trying to save tires still. But they still is leading this race over Justin Coleman. Coleman has picked it up a little bit, trying to get around Bethea, but he's still right there.
Yeah, a couple cars starting to lose a little bit of pace as you look back throughout the back half of your field. Cars starting to lose some time. Jacob Myrtle 8 seconds behind. It's Tanner Bethea in the 20 machine having a little bit of connection issues here. It's an issue that unfortunately Tanner runs into quite often for really no issue. He'll be out front, connection fine all race, and then randomly he'll blink out for a couple laps. Hopefully he is able to stay in the session and not have any connection issues that put him out of the event.
Yeah, I've been in enough races with Bethea. I feel like that's just a normal thing for him. He'll be running at a certain time that'll just start going in and out, but I don't really think he cares too well that I talk to him about it. I don't care, it doesn't affect me, so I feel like he'll be alright. I feel like he's just like a few times where he blinks and then he just stops and he'll keep going on. But Godfrey is still trying so hard to get around him. Coleman's just found his, little room there, trying to ride, see if he can get a late race spot and have some stuff happen.
Yeah, as right now on the screen, we're watching Godfrey in the 1 machine try to work that race car. You see how close he is to the back bumper of the 21 of Carderuccio. Really drives that car in. Just has not been able to find an opening on the exit of the corner to get that car rotated up underneath. As Godfrey works his way down the back straightaway, the bumper into turns 3 and 4. Russo up the track. Russo all kinds of sideways. He's going to have to hang on to that race car. He's going to lose several positions. But Godfrey had enough waiting right there. Up into the 4th spot. He said, it is time to go.
Yeah, I
a big-time bumper there.
Yeah, huge bumper from Godfrey. I don't know if that damaged his race car at all, but Russo is definitely not going to be too happy about that. But, Godfrey said, hey, I've worked my way up here. It's time to go. It's 50 laps, coming to 50 laps, coming to 26 to go this time by. Definitely going to be time to go here for these drivers.
Yeah, this time by lap 50, we're well past the halfway point in this one as Carderuccio works his way back underneath Easton Swain. Connor Lee going to join him as well. So we've got cars battling all throughout the top 10. Everybody's still fairly close here on time. Your leader, Tanner Bethea, has a 0.4 of a second advantage just about off of turns 3 and 4. Austin Godfrey in the 4 machine moves that one, or in the 4th spot, I should say, in the 1 machine, moves that car up into 4th after the contact with Carderuccio. We've got 25 to go. Make it 24 for Tanner Bethea this time as he works through turns 3 and 4.
Looks like Godfrey is closing the gap little by little to James Gillespie, trying to get that 3rd spot, trying to go 12 to 3, or maybe even get the 2nd spot. But Tanner Bethea is still out front. Brian Elvis backed it up 3/10 to Pulaski just trying to stay in that third spot. Get the points and come back from there.
Yeah, we've got 2 more racing nights this week here and Leave the Pack. We've got late model stocks tomorrow night. Then we've got super late models, which you will be making your debut in, Carter. How are you feeling about heading into Nashville with 2 super late model races, both 75 laps in length?
I feel good. I did some testing earlier today, trying to figure those race cars out. I feel like I have a decent shot with Mark starting in the back, and Brian Gray, one of my buddies. Me and him race pretty good, so I feel like it'll be a good race. Just gonna try and hang out, ride for most of the race, get my get a decent starting spot for the second race, since I feel better in the night races than I do day races. But I don't know. Just gonna see how the race plays out, see how everybody races.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun race. We've got a couple guys looking to make their first starts, and obviously a lot of drivers in there that have quite a bit of speed as well. Brian Grable, his home track, I'm sure he's going to try to make a statement. We raced there last night. We had a pretty good run going. You kept up with me for quite a bit there, Carter, but unfortunately, a little bit of veteran experience. He burnt the tires up. I saved them. That's what won me that one, and that's hopefully what Tanner Bethay's trying to do here tonight. 18 laps to go. He's got to keep the tires underneath of it and not let Brandon Elvis have any opportunity to pass. He's doing a good job with half a second lead right now as they come back to 17, Carter.
Yeah, Godfrey, I think, he's found that sweet spot. Justin Coleman has also found that sweet spot. Looks like Coleman's a little loose. Zach Murphy got around there, and Coleman should start to fall back. And Caleb Thompson's looking to the outside of Coleman. Hopefully he will get that spot back and hopefully get a solid top 10 finish.
He's trying to fight for that spot right now. Thompson up on the outside lane. Coleman might have burned up some of the tire trying to get up through the field. Let's look at Austin Godfrey right there, closing the gap with 15 laps to go. He's going to try to get to the back bumper of James Pulaski. Pulaski looks a little bit sideways there in the 93. A lot of sideways there as Pulaski through the center of the corner of that back end of the race car. Starting to step out a little bit. Right there on the back bumper, trying to take over the third position.
Godfrey's trying to do everything he can to see Cotton in the lock there. That outside sweep, getting the run off the corner, is definitely working. As we saw Justin Coleman trying to do that earlier in the race. Trying to get around his cars, but it looks like he's burnt that right front off a little bit as Godfrey has saved it, trying to get around Pulaski here. Pulaski looking a lot loose right here.
Yeah, Pulaski very loose in the 93 machine. Godfrey really having to get on the binders there through the center of the corner to not get into the back bumper. And Godfrey sends it to the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll make a power move down low. He'll try not to get into Pulaski as they race up off the corner to 11 laps to go. Godfrey down low, up over the curbs a little bit there. They're side by side down the back straightaway. They're trying to peek it into turns 3 and 4, and they're dead even.
Yeah, it looks like the high side is carrying more momentum around, but the bottom is still definitely where you want to be. But I would say the bottom is probably rubbered up, and it looks like the top is getting a lot faster as you see Pulaski pulling the power move off of 2 to get to the quarter panels. Looks like Godfrey's trying everything he can to make contact down the straightaway.
Yeah, they're door banging into turns 1 and 2. Peppers might be starting to flare. We've got 9 laps to go. Pulaski's been in that third spot. He is surely not going to give it to Godfrey very easily, especially not after that contact as they work their way down into turns 1 and 2. Godfrey with the spot with 8 to go. Pulaski going to dive it back to the inside. Godfrey up top. He'll try to get the run up off the corner.
Yeah, Carter Russo getting in the mix as well as the other drivers as Pulaski uses the grub horn right there on Godfrey. Looks like Russo will get around Bolesky, and maybe so as the 18 car rules. The 33 getting around him as well. So Bolesky falling back a lot here.
Yeah, Bolesky was running third, trying to put the move back, or trying to put the bumper back to Austin Godfrey after they battled for position. Got a little bit sideways off of the contact in the turns 3 and 4, washed up, and now is back in the 7th position. As we come back around, Tanner Bethea will have 5 laps to go.
Yeah, definitely a temper flaring there between Bolesky and Godfrey. I don't think Bolesky is very happy with Godfrey right now. Godfrey just got alright, knows what he's doing. He came from 12th all the way to 3rd. This is a definitely hard charger tonight. Oh, we got a spin out of 4. It'll be a late race caution.
Connor Lee around in turns 3 and 4, and that is not what Tanner Bethea wanted to see. Caution is out on lap 71. Connor Lee is around in the 18. And that puts us under yellow for the 3rd time here tonight. We'll take a look at what happened.
Yeah, it looks like a checkup between Russo and Lee, and the 33 of Easton Swain just got a little too aggressive there.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of contact right there between the 33 of Easton Swain. Swain thought about looking to the inside there. We'll watch that one more time. Try to go from up top. Yeah, as you saw right there, tough break for Connor Lee. Luckily, everybody was able to drive away from that one.
Yeah, just running out of room. It's just not a lot of room. Myrtle. Looks like just a checkup from Russo. Don't know really why he checked up. I feel like the car was going around, but you know, it's whatever. It's racing. It's going to happen. The main focus right now is Tanner Bethea and Justin, or Brendan Elvis and Austin Godfrey. All 3 right there, and also Russo. But James Bolesky is back behind Austin Godfrey coming to the restart. See what happens there.
Yeah, it'll be a green-white checkered finish here. Tanner Bethea going to have to hold off Brandon Elvis and Austin Godfrey, who has put on a heck of a charge here late in this one, but he's going to have James Bolesky back behind him. So we'll see how this one ends up. It'll be 2 to go when they get through the restart zone. Green flag is back out. We're back underway. Good start there for Tanner Bethea, but good start for Brandon Elvis. Down into turns 1 and 2, Bethea around. Everybody up into the outside wall, and they spin. Tanner Bethea and Brandon Elvis spin in turns 1 and 2. Austin Godfrey around as well. And your top 3 are all going to the back after that one.
Tough break for Austin Godfrey. I mean, he worked so freaking hard to get up there. And, you know, it's just stuff. But James Bolesky out in front looking to get a second victory of this.
Yeah, we'll watch that one.
Looks like Brennan Elvis already disconnected there. Just tough break also again for Austin Godfrey. You know, worked so hard to get up to 3rd place just for that. But you know, stuff's gonna happen. Everybody's gonna answer you.
Yeah, we launched into turns 1 and 2 right there. Looks like Elvis just got in a little bit too hot. Into the left rear corner of Tanner Bethea, and up the racetrack they went. Nowhere for Austin Godfrey to go in the one machine. As he sits down on pit road. We'll get one more look at this one, but that's going to, like you said, inherit. James Pileski will inherit the lead, I should say. So we'll try and get one more look at this. See the contact right there, and nowhere for Godfrey to go. Hopefully nobody else was collected too much. Brad Carpenter made some contact there on the back straightaway, but everybody, I think, was able to drive away. We've still got 18 cars on the lead lap. And James Pileski is going to be your race leader here. Coming to our second green-white checkered attempt, right, Carter?
Yes, second and final green-white checkered attempt here. Looks like James Pileski and Carter Russo on the front row. Zach Murphy also trying to get us another win here in the league here. Single file restart here. See what
Yeah, it'll be a single file restart, as Leave the Pack iRacing League has a rule where 2 consecutive cautions leads to a single file restart. So with 2 to go, the final restart of the race, it's going to be on James Pileski and Carter Russo as they make their way into the restart zone. We're back underway. Good start there from your top 2. As we go down into turns 1 and 2, Russo to the bottom side, Pileski up top. They're battling into turns 3 and 4.
Out of 4,
white flag is out. One more lap to go for James Pileski. Pileski getting locked to the bottom side in contact. Pileski gets shipped into 1. Russo down the back straightaway. Gonna take the lead into turns 3 and 4 for a final time. And Russo gonna come around to win at Myrtle Beach. A lot of talk gonna be happening after that one.
Definitely not the way to win here at a race like this. You know, it's just sucks to happen to James. Obviously not going to be happy. He's going to protest that probably. Yes, as he's not happy as he's coming next to Carter Russo. See what happens here.
Yeah, Swain not happy in the 33. Pileski not happy in the 93. But Carter Russo going to take the victory here. Zach Murphy and Caleb Thompson come home in the second spot. We're going to take one more look at that here. Down into turns 1 and 2. You saw Pileski kind of go to the bottom side a little bit to not let Russo get that run in, and Russo just got into the back bumper, and around went Pileski. And then it was all Carter Russo from there. Murphy not close enough in the 29 to take a stab at it. And Carter Russo is going to be your winner. So we're going to take a quick step away here on the WD Broadcasting Network before we grab a word from our top 3 finishers and wrap things up here from Myrtle Beach when we return. Be right back in just a moment.
think I watched Josh 3 or 4 times before I ran the car. He killed him every race. And it was...
Alrighty, folks, ready to grab a word from our unofficial top 3 finishers. First, we will grab a word from our third place finisher, Caleb Thompson. See if we can't grab Caleb. And I'll let you tackle this one, Carter. Up in the broadcast booth, Caleb Thompson, you got a copy.
I got you, Winston.
Alrighty.
Caleb, you had a very good race car throughout the race. Obviously, going 10th to 3rd. How was that race?
Well, I think we caught a lucky break there, that's for sure.
Yeah, I definitely caught a lucky break there. Obviously, some stuff happened up front, but other than that, your race was pretty good.
Yeah, they got a little wild, but we evaded all the wrecks, and yeah, I think we had probably 7th, 8th place car all night. I was saving a little bit there for the first 50 laps. Get it up there on that long run. I was ready with Zach trying to catch that pack, and they wrecked there and made it through that one, made it through the next one, and made it through that last one right there. And without killing Zach off of 1 and 2 there, I got a way better run than he did. I almost clobbered him, but I was able to back off a little bit without getting Pullman into me. So got a 3rd place. It's pretty good for not running for a few weeks.
Yeah, obviously a lot of stuff happened there within the last 10 or so laps, but brought home P3 tonight. Who would you like to thank?
I'd just like to thank the guys down there in race room 3 with me, and Winston for putting on the league. It's been it has its ups and downs, but it's been pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's been a fun time here, Caleb, and it's been fun talking to you up here in the broadcast booth. Congratulations on a pretty strong 3rd place finish here in your return to lead the pack.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, folks, that was Caleb Thompson, driver of the number 04 machine, picked up the 3rd place finish. Now to talk to our 2nd place finisher here tonight, Zach Murphy up in the booth. You got a copy.
Yeah, I got you, Winston.
Alrighty, well, a hectic one there, to say the least. You started this one in the 6th spot. You rode around in the top 10, had a lot of speed throughout the event. Those top 10 cars were all so close on speed. You guys were all bunched up there in a group and kind of jostling for position the whole time, but those last 10 laps, everything just kind of fell into place for you there, and it ended up with a 2nd place run. How do you feel?
Yeah, definitely surprised to be on the podium tonight. Like you said, kind of was like a top 10 car. Felt like I was in 8th to 10th the whole night and had decent speed. I wasn't trying to push it, so I felt like the tires were finally coming in at the end for me. And I don't know, feel pretty good to be on the podium for sure.
Yeah, always good to be on the podium up here in the broadcast booth post-race. Who do you have to thank for a 2nd place run here this evening?
Yeah, I got to thank Justin over at Coleman Designs for the scheme on the car. Got to thank the guys down in Race Room 3. Always a good bunch to race with. Got to thank you, Winston, for putting this league and the broadcast on, and just my family for just supporting me and doing this this endeavor.
Yes, good run for you here tonight, Zach. Tomorrow night and Wednesday night, we have the All-Star Race portion of this week for the 2 late model divisions, and they go to Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. And the reason I bring that up, last time you ran an All-Star Race week at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway in both late model divisions, do you remember what happened?
I do, Winston. I do remember what happened.
I think you swept the week back in ASRL a couple months ago.
Yeah, I did. I mean, hopefully we can have that same fortune this week, but a lot of good guys in this league, so we'll see where it pans out.
Alrighty, well, hopefully we can talk to you some more later on this week. We've got 3 more races, but nonetheless, congratulations to you, Zach, on a good 2nd place finish here this evening.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Hopefully we'll talk to you tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. Good luck to you.
Take care.
Alrighty, that was your 3rd place finisher, Zach Murphy, or sorry, 2nd place finisher, Zach Murphy. Now to grab a word from the man of the hour, Carter Russo, up into the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, picking up your 2nd modified win of the season in a little bit different fashion than New Smyrna. You had the victory at New Smyrna, had a lot of speed there. Tonight, we're kind of all over the top 10. That accident happened there on that first green-white checkered, and then 2nd green-white checkered. It was your time to shine.
Yeah, I just want to apologize to James, man. I was trying to get in there, and I didn't expect him to turn down the racetrack like he did, and I was already had the momentum going. Like I was on the brakes. I just sent off in there. I kind of expect to get the win taken away from me there, but I'll take it. I know he's highly, highly, highly pissed right now, but I would definitely expect some contact from him from here on out. But I definitely didn't mean to do that. I, going for the win, but didn't expect him to block. But yeah, that car wasn't as good as I needed it to be, and then just burned the right front off of it earlier on. So
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting run there. Tires played a big deal throughout the race, because if you overheated them, you went backwards. If you were on the outside for too long, it looked like you went backwards. Luckily, you had enough there at the end to kind of maneuver. You looked a little bit quicker there on that green flag lap, and you were able to put yourself in position on that white flag lap. Who do you have to thank for a victory here this evening at Myrtle Beach?
first and foremost, K Cars, Mark Heatman, Biggs and Watson, you for putting this race on and broadcasting it. It's everybody who helps put a hand on this thing and trying to run a few more races, get my schedule right. So, see what we can do.
Alrighty, Carter. Well, hopefully we can see you back the rest of the week. We've got Nashville tomorrow and Nashville Wednesday night with both late model series. So, yeah, hopefully we can talk to you a little bit more throughout the week. But nonetheless, congratulations on a victory here tonight at the Myrtle Beach Speedway.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it for us here tonight from Myrtle Beach with the Leave the Pack Modified Division. A great race there with a hectic finish. We'll leave it at that. A lot of things happened. The leader coming to the 2 to go both times did not win the race, so a lot of variety there in the top 5, we'll say. But nonetheless, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow night and Wednesday night for the All-Star race coverage. I'll let Carter say a couple things. Carter, thank you for joining me here in the booth tonight. It's been fun. It's been real. But I'll let you sign off as well.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but I just texted you up. Wasn't really doing nothing, just watching Super Bowl, and wanted to come up and do this. But I feel like I have a really good piece tomorrow. Obviously, going to be racing in the late model stock, aka the pro late model, and then there's also the super late model, and maybe running the street stocks too. I don't know. We'll have to see on that. But other than that, yeah, I'll definitely be running the late model stock and the super late model for sure. Those two, but I'll have to decide on the street stock.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun remainder of the week. We'll look forward to seeing you behind the wheel. It was fun to talk to you up here in the booth tonight, Carter, but we'll look forward to seeing you behind the wheel back where you normally are the rest of the week. But, folks, thank you guys one more time for watching here on the WD Broadcasting Network. I think that's going to do it for us. I am your host, Winston Deal from the WD Broadcasting Network. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. But, nonetheless, that's going to do it. Thank you guys one more time. Your host, Winston Deal, signing it off. Peace out.